Sup? So, as you can tell by the title of this video, I haven't done something for Star Wars Black Series in a minute on this channel, but I just got in a few days ago, I think like on Wednesday or something. It's Sunday at the time of this recording. The new Phase 1 Rex. And the new, quotes here, new Clone Wars Anakin figure. And I like these figures. I more so like Rex because it's on the 3.0 body. It's got decent amount of paint, and the removable helmet's nice. The movable rangefinder I like, but I have issues with both of these figures. And coming from somebody who's a prequel kid who grew up with the movies from the prequels, the Clone Wars cartoons, I'm a little disappointed in these not being the absolute peak that I think they should have been. Now let's start off with Anakin, because there's more to talk about with this guy. So first off, he's on the old body mold from 4 years ago, which I think he should have been an all-new mold. And he's using the crappy 2013 legs, 12 years old at this point. He should have had new legs that don't have pins. And the arms are a little weird looking because of it being that 2021 sculpt. The shoulder armor, whatever, these flaps right here, they're a little smaller than the original release, as you can see there. So I'm just wondering, what do you think he's going to protect in battle with those small-ass shoulder guards? It looks a little odd. It's not terrible looking. I do like that the Republic logo is sculpted on the new one as opposed to just painted on from the 2021 figure. That's an improvement at least, but again, the armor is a little smaller than the original figure, which makes a little bit of no sense to me. But I'm not finna sit here and absolutely hate on this figure. I still think it's a good figure for what it is. I mean, I bought it. I still think it's pretty good. Or I still think it's decent. I don't think it's really, like, pretty good. I don't know, I have both versions, and I like stuff more on both versions. Like, I can't pick a definitive Clone Wars Anakin, because they both have issues. And the belt, I feel like it is painted, I almost said painted. I almost feel like it's glued on a little too tight, because this is glued on in the back. Like, it's glued in right here, I'm pretty sure, in the middle. Like, you can't move that at all. You could move the front portion down more, but I feel like it's glued in a little too high. Moving it down a little bit does help with the look, but it's still a little odd looking with the belt. In the cloth, people have complained about that, but I think it looks pretty good. The only thing I don't like is that this V shape, the taper or whatever you call it, should be lower. It's a little too high. That's my only issue with the cloth and the stitching and stuff. But, I don't know, I think it looks pretty good for what I like with cloth on Black Series. The real thing about this that makes it better is the actual separately sculpted body armor right here and the new, more accurate Hayden Christensen head sculpt, which does look pretty great. Obviously, it's not, like, spot on, but, I don't know, I like it. I think it looks pretty good. Hayden Christensen is my GOAT, so I really don't care. But, yeah, those are my main issues. On the old body, shoulder armor is smaller than the original, and the cloth with the belt being a little too high and that V shape being a little too high as well. But other than that, I think it's a pretty decent release. I'm going to be keeping this because, again, I do like the way it looks overall still. I'd probably give this, like, a 7 out of 10. Now on to Rex. Rexy Rex. This is a good figure. There's a little issue on the removable head of mine. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but... Oh, it's on this side. Yeah, there's a little white blemish there. Come on, camera, focus. What the hell? Come on. There we go. You can see that there on his cheek. I don't know, I take it as like a little bit of dirt on him or some blemish from battle. I don't care that much, but it is slightly annoying. I do like pretty much everything about this guy, but I noticed that the 501st helmet, or the 501st color scheme, the blue, is darker on Rex than the actual 501st Trooper. Now, it's not as noticeable on camera, but in person, it's pretty noticeable. I don't really like that. It's like the same issue that I had with the Target exclusive Phase 2 501st a couple years ago. So that's annoying, but on camera, if you do like photography and stuff, it's not going to be that big of a deal. You know, he is missing a little bit of paint on him, like on the chest area, and I think on the helmet too, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's missing the red there on the fin and stuff, and probably some other stuff I'm forgetting. So he's not really the best painted, even though they did hit all the main marks that you would want on a Phase 1 Captain Rex. The way the pistols store in the holsters, it looks good, but it is slightly loose because of how big they made the holsters, just because of how his design is. And the plastic hammer, while I do like it, it doesn't really hinder articulation because it's a much more softer plastic than what they use typically for like the ARC troopers and stuff. But I don't know, I feel like it still should have been cloth because it still looks like this sort of like cheap glossiness to it, which I really don't like. I think it would have just looked better as cloth. And it kind of just reminds me of those cheap AliExpress knockoff troopers when they have the camo that's plastic like this. I really don't like the look of it when this is supposed to be an official product. So that's a little annoying to me. And the way they cut the front section of his pauldron here, it's way too, I guess you could say like squarish or angular. It should be a bit more rounded than that if you look at designs online of Phase 1 Rex, so I don't really like that either. But outside of those few complaints, I would have to give this guy an 8 out of 10. I still like it because it's Phase 1 Rex, it still looks good. It's on that 3.0 body mold, which is fantastic. But it's just those couple issues that kind of weigh it down for me. But yeah, out of the two, I definitely like my guy Rex more. But let me know down in the comments below, how do y'all feel about these two figures, if you got them, if you don't. And yeah, catch you guys in the next video. Bye!